Hi, it's been a while since I uploaded a video, and I hope you guys can forgive me, but I honestly didn't really know what to do with this channel after posting that first video. But then I kind of thought about it and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna do an analysis, not really essay video, but just like an opinionated video because why not? And to keep with the theme of my channel, I put a speed paint. So yay! In this video, I want to discuss something that I've been thinking about for a pretty long while and have like actively talked about with my friends in real life. So this video is mostly based on opinion, and if that hurts your feelings, I recommend you click on another video. But I always felt like these types of videos are better like in person, like with my face on the camera, but we're not there yet. So this video isn't gonna be like super well researched or like an essay or like anything like that, but more just like on a commentary that I've noticed about the quote-unquote book talk space that has like had a sudden rise throughout like 2021 and 2022. And as I'm recording this, it is winter break, so happy holidays and happy new year. But without further ado, let's get into it. So to start it off, I find that TikTok has this insane obsession with books that use feminism as a blanket to essentially cancel out the actual problematic and very anti-feminism things in said books. Throughout my time as a young femme-presenting person, scrolling through TikTok and book recommendations on Instagram and other platforms, I find that a lot of these books have the main female protagonist fit the trope of the modern day feminist. Now, what does that mean? This trope essentially just shows like a woman who, in the very surface level sense, is shown being a feminist. However, when the man in her life is doing things that are very anti-feminist, it's seen as something that is attractive and desirable. Now, I don't want you guys to think that this is something that's inherently bad. Feminism is important, and it's awesome that books with women protagonists are showcasing women being strong and standing up for what they believe in. However, this whole idea of being feminist is completely lost in translation when you see how these women are written during erotic scenes or when interacting with their male counterparts. Most of the time you read that the protagonist is a virgin, which again is fine. However, instead of being shown as something more positive, it's seen as something that either needs to be changed or heavily guarded. There's like no in between. And while women expressing themselves sexually is great, the whole positive message is thrown away when the man she's supposed to be with likes that aspect. Like, he finds that part of her something to be desired and something to be wanted, as if being a virgin is something that he can possess or control. Now, this point of men controlling and possessing and being the quote-unquote dominant one isn't something just shown in steamy scenes, but also in normal scenes. Many times you see the conflict in these books have usually something to do with how the character is a woman and how she has to fight back some super misogynistic higher power guy or something like that. This is a very prevalent trope in even books that I personally enjoy, but it also is used as something that gives her love interest, usually a man, a moment of #feminism. We shouldn't praise men for this. Fictional or not, this is the bare minimum. These characters should already be written as supportive, as the people who are mostly writing these romance books are women. Having a man be insanely misogynistic to their partner isn't a dark romance, it's just shitty writing. You can have a mean enemies to lovers thing going on without writing the man as a misogynistic dick. But these tropes are used intentionally and deliberately to create more sex appeal. It's a kink that I am very, very happy to shame. This idea in turn can cause the reader to be conditioned into believing that the actions that these men commit are okay and should not be as heavily reprimanded as they should be. A specific author that comes into mind, and, if you like her, sorry, is Colleen Hoover. She time and time again writes into her stories this trope of the female protagonist being this high standard, modern, feminist woman, only to turn around and pair her with the most toxic man you have ever seen written. The book November 9th is a wonderful example of this. The love interest literally burned her house down. Can we please stand up? Oh my god. And people can argue all day that, well, fiction actually doesn't affect reality, and I don't care. It does. Get over it. This, however, transitions into my next topic, erotica and the lines that need to be drawn. I slightly mentioned this in the first topic, but this is just to more expand on it and just share my bigger opinion on it. The erotica in these books is not normal. What do I mean by that? This debate of how fiction affects reality is very heated on both TikTok and pretty much any other social media platform that you can talk on. This debate moves from fandom to fandom, platform to platform, and almost everybody has some sort of opinion on it. My take, and again, this may piss some of you Colleen stands off if you guys are still here, is that fiction affects reality to such a degree that these authors that write these books purposefully do it to profit and exploit said effect. Many of these books that I'm talking about that TikTokers recommend have essentially no substance. There's truly nothing different, nothing refreshing, nothing eye-opening in these books other than they are books made purely for sexual consumption. And to be fair, that's fine. If you want to read a book just for the smut and not the plot, that is perfectly fine and totally what you can do, and that's great. If you want to write books like that or stories like that, that's great. That's fine. But there has to be a line somewhere. TikTok is an app full of young people and teens. So when you have books like these being recommended to 14 to 18-year-old teen girls, you find that warnings and shit don't actually matter. Even young adults can be affected by these books that are quote-unquote fiction. We can take anime as a great example. The debate of it's just a drawing is so prevalent that people have dedicated their entire internet personas to arguing against it and thirsting over drawings of anime characters that look like children. And the most prevalent audience that you see doing this type of thing is young teenage men. Authors writing and creating fantasies of essay and R-word are making them sound desirable, as if something about it is so taboo and mysterious, which I find insanely disturbing. Things like these contribute to R-word culture. They contribute to the exploitation of women and uphold the patriarchy. I don't care if it's a kink, and I don't care if you find a quote-unquote dark romance appealing. It's problematic and dangerous to feed these ideas to an audience made up of almost all women. Another book that comes to mind for me is Anna Huang's Twisted Games. I've not read the entirety of the Twisted series, and I will not, because I didn't even finish this book. But the constant dynamic of I'm just a small petite woman versus a big strong masculine man that could hurt me is so indescribably disturbing. I feel the bugs crawling on me. The guy in the book literally gets turned on while she's talking about her grandfather in the hospital. And she gets very, very uncomfortable, but instead of it being written as literal sexual harassment, it's written as something taboo and, oh my god, he's so turned on and this is hot, but no, I mustn't. Like, please, a dog dragging me through a thorn bush would hurt my eyes less than that. Plus, the two later find out they're like step cousins. Spoiler, sorry. God knows what potion was in her coffee when she wrote that, but it isn't some silly, oops, let me add a dash of incest on accident. No, it was a whole plot point. I can't even... It's problematic. These authors are profiting off of women and their insecurities knowingly by creating this mystical air around dark romance, as if it's some sort of secret club. It's not. It's fucking harmful to everyone reading it. To pretty much conclude this jumbled mess of like a high school literary paper, I think Book Talk promotes problematic books, and the authors that write these books exploit capitalism and the patriarchy perfectly to create the world's biggest shitstorm of actually terrifying tropes that should place them on a list, not New York Times bestseller. If you like this video, comment down below. If you didn't, comment anyways, because I just want to hear you guys' opinions. Don't be too mean about it though. Sorry if I offended you. Not really, but you know. I don't know when the next time I'll be uploading is. Probably during another break like summer or winter or something like that. And tell me what you guys want to see from this channel. I still want to do art content, but I also love books. But just let me know what you guys want to see. And I guess you guys are just gonna have to stick it out to the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you like my drawing. And peace!